getting closer.
Yeah.
Each time he strikes an arc, it's closer.
Yeah, every strike.
All the pieces were already bent, all the pieces were already cut. It's only been 5 hours. What's taking so long?
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. Get all the pieces to fit together.
Yeah, and what I say that one time, 300 and some welds?
That's true. That's true. Are those tabs worth welding on the inside too, or just a little bit of weld on the backside, or?
I weld them in, and the reason I weld them in is because it's just a place for over the years to collect rust.
No problem.
So I weld them in solid when I do them.
Will do.
So I learned about videotaping and recording while somebody's welding. You make sure that the screen that you're looking at is in front of the weld arc. It doesn't bother your eyes.
Yeah, you may get a visit from the Sandman tonight. He's rubbing your eyes.
A good welder has medicated drops, not just regular Visine ones,
right.
the sulfur ones.
That's right.
Yeah.
The good ones. That would be the good ones.
Well, about 6.5 hours later, here we are at this point on the cart. We just welded up the spindles and checked them for camber. They're outside the door cooling. We're basically done for today. So it does take a lot of hours. I got to remember too, I had all this stuff bent before we started. So, yeah, I know you can't restore your cart and fix all the bad places on it as quick as we can build a new one, but that's the way it goes. This also isn't the first one. The first one will take a lot longer. Down goes the welding or the steering shaft. We'll make that up tomorrow too. Just leave it right in there, Rick.
No bind in there. Nice and straight.
Yep. So a little tip. I'll give you a little tip on these. When you buy the steering shaft kit, the 2 little arms that come with the steering shaft, took me a long time to figure this out. You take those 2 little arms and throw them away. And the reason you do that is because they're the wrong length. So when your steering turns, your spindle arm does not contact the spindle, and they can basically almost drop over center or hit in the middle. When I took those arms and threw those away, and I make one now that's 4 inches long, when you turn, the spindle arm makes contact with the inside of the spindle hanger, and there's no way you can drop over center. You're not even close. So takes a while to figure that stuff out and learn it. So I'm in here with my buddy Rick again this morning for our second day of punishment.
Punishment is right.
Yeah, this is a lot of work. So,
A lot of work.
So yesterday you saw the welding that took place. Now today we're working on the seat pan. We did spindles this morning. Steering shaft this morning. So we're working on a seat pan. So we got this cut all out. You go to cut the width of this, we have to cut this with an angle head here because we don't have a way to shear that. At least I don't. So we use an angle head cut off wheel to cut that. Get it to width. We're putting in the rivets now. These are 90 thousandths sides with a 63 thousandths back and floor in it. And we use steel rivets, 3/16 steel rivets, blind rivets, with a backing plate on it, and then we hammer those down after we get all done. So Rick's gonna compress that rivet there. He's already got the backing plate on the back end, and it takes everything you got. I told him I gotta take that rivet tool, take the plastic handles off, and make about 6-inch longer handles, because it's all you can do to compress those.
Yep.
And snap
There's
them.
the rivet.
So, yeah, we're just hard at work here, trying to get this wrapped up to where tomorrow morning we can take the frame to powder coat.
Very true.
So it's all bolted in again with tabs. The tabs and the bolts support the main weight of everything. The reason I use 90 on the sides is they got to put that bend down at the bottom. And if I use 63, there's a good chance that'll crack out at some point. You don't want to be sitting on a piece of cracked aluminum. Okay, so Rick's making sure we get these square. He's forcing me to have to pick up my game a little bit here. So, you know, we could power tap this, but we aren't bothering today. We'll finish it up by hand. This just gets it started straight.
Well, you're going to have to polish this end because I started this one with the right hand tap.
Yeah, forgot a step. We put a line on there because the pros, when they do those, the left-hand thread gets a groove put around it, and the right-hand thread does not. That way you can tell the difference of which one's which. And naturally, every time you try and do something, you make some kind of mistake.
Always.
You know what you're doing, but you forget what you're doing.
Yep.
Yeah, fun and games.
Fun games and go-karts.